Hello class 3rd students. Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 5. Chapter number 4 was our reading chapter, so we will start the chapter number 5. The name of the chapter is Water on the Earth. So students, in this chapter we are going to read about or learn about water. So before starting the chapter, there is a warm-up exercise. Let's read. Look at the pictures and take the natural sources of water. So students, what are natural sources? Natural sources are referred to the process or medium by which we get water directly from the nature. So the first picture is of a pond or a lake. So it is a natural source of water, stored water. So may mark take in the first picture. This picture is of a washing machine. So it's a human made machine. It is not a source of water. Leave it. This picture is of a tank. Again, it's not a natural source of water, so we leave it as it is. This picture is of a well. So in this we get the underground water. We get underground water stored in the earth. So it's a natural source of water. Mark tick. This picture is of a river. Yes, again it is a natural source of water. So mark tick. This picture is of a tap. We use tap to get water stored by us in the tank. So it is not a natural source of water. Leave it. This is the boundary made by us to stored water. So this is not a natural source of water. It is created by humans. So leave it as it is. This picture is of rain. So rain is the ultimate source of water on the earth. Yes, it's a natural. So mark tick. So amongst this picture there are some. These are the 4 natural sources of water. What are these? Rivers, lakes, ponds, well and rain. Now let's start the chapter. Water on the earth. Our earth is known as the blue planet because major part of the earth's surface is covered with water. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. So students, our earth is called as or known as the blue planet. Why it is referred as the blue planet? Because the major part of the earth's surface is covered with water. And what the major part is? The major part is that 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. That's why it is known as the blue planet. The water on the earth is present in 3 natural forms of solid, liquid and gas. Water is present in air in the form of gas or water vapor. In very cold places, water is present in the solid form of snow or ice. The water we drink is in its liquid form. So on the earth, water is present in 3 states or 3 natural forms. What are these? These are solid, liquid and gas. The water present in the form of gas means the water that is present in gaseous form, which is known as water vapor. While in the cold places or the places which are very cold in nature, the water present there is in the form of solid, means ice or snow. That form is called solid form of water. Now the water that we use for drinking and for washing purposes is called liquid form of water. That form is liquid form. Now on the next page there is an activity. Let's read. Join the dots to get the different forms of water. Name them. Now in this picture some numbers are given over here. You have to join the dots. You will join the dots according to the number and ultimately you will get the picture. Now like 1, 2, 3, 4. Join these dots according to the number given here and finally you get a picture of this is snow falling. This picture is of a snow falling. So what is the form of water here? It's solid form, right? SOLID, solid. It's a solid form. Now in the second picture, this is a cup of a tea. Now again join the dots according to the numbers. You will get this picture. This picture is of a vapors, means some vapors are rising from this tea. So this is from the vapor form. Write down VAPOR VAPOUR, vapor. Next picture is again join the dots and finally we get the picture. This picture is of a drop of a water. So this drop is in liquid state. So the answer is liquid, LIQUID, liquid. Now sources of water. Now we will study about what are the different sources of water on the earth. Rainwater is the most important natural source of water. The rainwater fills the areas on the ground like ponds, lakes, rivers, streams, wells, seas and oceans. Some water goes under the ground. People use hand pumps and tube wells to take out the underground water. So what is the ultimate source of water on the earth? That is the rain. Rain is the ultimate source of water on the earth. Now when the rain falls, the areas that are present on the earth like ponds, lakes, rivers, streams, all these areas get filled by the rain water. And while some part of the rain goes underground, that goes reach to the ground, and when we want to use that water, we use hand pumps and tube wells to take out all that water from the underground. Water cycle. The sun heats the water present in rivers, lakes, ponds and seas. Hot water takes the form of water vapor. Water vapor goes up in the sky and forms clouds. When these clouds cool down, it rains. The water returns to the water bodies on the ground. This continuous is non-stopping. This non-stopping process is called water cycle. So means to get water, there is a cycle that continuously goes on. And what is the cycle? The water present in the rivers, lakes, ponds and seas gets heat up by the sun. When it heats up, it changes into the water vapor. The water present in the areas like rivers, lakes and ponds when heated by the sun, then that water changes into water vapors. And these water vapors goes up in the sky in the form of clouds. When the water vapor reaches the sky, they form clouds, and when these clouds get cooled down, then it forms rains, and ultimately the rain returns back to the earth and reaches to all the water bodies. Again the rain fills all the water bodies like rivers, ponds, and they get again filled with the rain. And this non-stop process is called water cycle. Let's look at this picture. Like as the rain is going on, this rainwater gets filled this river, and when the sun heats up this water, and this water changes into the water vapor and again reaches to the sky and form clouds. And when these clouds cool down, they form rains. And the cycle continuously goes on, and the cycle is called water cycle. Saving water. There is a lot of water present on the earth, but only a small portion of it can be used. Some of it is frozen on the mountain peaks, while much of it is salty. Therefore, it becomes important to save water and use it wisely.